Hey everyone, welcome to this lesson on point slope form. So here's the deal. We've got a point. Let's say we've been given the point 8, -8, and ignore the blue work for right now. But you've got a point, and actually I'll cover the blue work. And you know that the slope of the line that crosses that point is -1/4. So here's what I've done. And you have to determine the full equation. So really the only thing you're missing is the y-intercept. So what I did is I've got this graphed. Y equals -1/4 x plus b. I don't know b, and so I added a slider here on Desmos, and let's say that I thought maybe the y-intercept was 1. Well, obviously a y-intercept of 1 does not work, and the higher I move the y-intercept, the farther away I move from that point. So I know my y-intercept is going to have to be negative, so I'm going to make it, let's say, -3, still doesn't hit, -4, I'm getting closer, closer, closer. Looks like if I get to -6, actually, looks like if -6 is my y-intercept, then I'm going to cross that point. All right, so that's pretty cool. But that's really guessing and checking, and that can be done visually or graphically. So here's what we can do quantitatively up to this point. So we can, and we've done this previously, we can substitute x equals 8 and y equals -8 and solve the equation for b and find that b equals -6. So that's a pretty straightforward process, but it's still a little bit cumbersome. So this is why we study a new form called point slope form. So point slope form is not y-intercept, is not slope intercept form. It is not standard form. It is its own form, slope intercept form. So here's how it works. So here's how it works. Point slope form has a formula, a different formula, and it is y minus k equals m times x minus h. You can assume that you already know what m is. M is the slope. What about, and every linear equation has an x and a y, but what about h and k, or k and h? Well, k and h really should be, well, really, hk is any point that's on this function. This works with whatever point is on the function. So as long as you have one point and the slope, you can use this. So I'm going to use the point 8, -8. So my k is representative of the y value, all right? While h is representative of the x value, all right? That's why k goes with y and h goes with x. So I'm simply going to substitute my y value of -8, and I'm going to substitute my x value of +8, and I'm going to clean it up. So I have y minus -8 equals -1/4 times x minus 8. If I clean that up, this left side is going to say y plus 8, and the right side, when I distribute my fraction, is going to say -1/4 x plus 2, because -1/4 times -8 is +2. Now, to solve for y, all I have to do is subtract 8. When I subtract 8, 2 minus 8 is -6, and would you believe that? -1/4 x minus 6. That's our slope intercept form. All right, so we went from a point slope form, all right, which is all I have to do is substitute a point and substitute the slope. And in a couple simple steps, we went back to slope intercept form. So that is point slope form. It works no matter what point. Let's try one more point just so that you can see that it still works. And play. So this line also contains the point 4, -7. 4, -7, again, 4 is going to be my h, while -7 is going to be my k value, and that didn't really write, but you know what I mean. So let's get right to it. Y minus -7 equals -1/4 times x minus 4. All I did was substitute -7 and 4. I did it color-coded, so hopefully that helps out. Y minus -7 is y plus 7. Distribute your -1/4 and you get -1/4 x plus 1, because -1/4 times -4 is 1. If you're having trouble with those fractions, use a calculator. All right. So all I have to do is subtract 7 from the left side. When I subtract 7 from 1, I get -6. Again, so my equation is y equals -1/4 x minus 6. No matter what point I use, point slope form. Pretty cool. Check it out.